Everyone, it's a wrap. The third annual Real Estate Success Summit has been completed. And I got to say, it was a great event. If you missed it, sorry. We'll have another one next year for sure. But this year's event was really great. I just want to kind of give you a couple highlights of some of the events and some notes that I took here on it. Brian Moses, a great friend of mine. I've known him for over 20 years. He was the keynote speaker, came in and did a great job. And he talked two different times. He talked in the beginning when we first started, and he closed out the session as well. The first session was on mindset. He talked about the two keys to success are skill and motivation. And what's more important, he talked a lot about skill being the most important versus motivation. The second part of it is that he talked about making sure that you dream big. You don't need to always know the how, but you have to ask yourself, how can I make this better? And he gave a lot of different examples of that, and he did a great job. Marketing wise, his second session later in the day was about marketing. And he talked about unique selling propositions and why that was so important. He talked about the purpose of marketing is to get someone to raise their hand. That it's like thinking of it as fishing, right? Like get someone out there to say, I'm looking to list my house or I'm looking to buy a home. And how do you do that? What's the messaging that you need behind it? So he went over a lot of great examples on that. Again, talking about your ideal customer profile, that's important. He talked about your target marketing, making sure that if you're looking for luxury, then start doing your marketing towards luxury. If you're looking for first-time home buyers, you go towards first-time home buyers. But again, he was talking about how to message that and creating your messages to actually stand out amongst the rest. And then he just said, you got to just take little bites at it and try different things and really focus on the direct response marketing aspects of it. And he talked a lot about that. And then after that, we had our marketing guru, Lindsay Favazza. She's with Lamakia Realty. She came on and did a great job in really going over and keeping it simple. She wanted to really keep it simple with the group because so many questions were about, should I be doing video? How many videos should I do? What should I be doing? And then what happens is the confused mind does nothing, right? When you got all these different ideas inside of you. So she talked about 5 key bullet points that she went over. It was number one, being authentic and being yourself when doing these videos. And a lot of people try to make it perfect. I mean, even this video, right? I'll ooh and ah and everything else. This is just how I am. I'm not going to go and re-record it. This is a one take video, and whatever happens, happens. But be authentic. Very, very important. Number one. Number two, community. Show where you live. She gave examples of people that have done that, but actually featuring different places where you live, whether it be a business or a park or a certain section of town that you really enjoy. Everyone should know the community that you live in and being able to record that. Number three, educating. Make sure that your clients are learning from you. Educate them on either the buying side or the selling side, different tips, questions, answer them on video. But education, right? When you educate, you attract. And that was a big thing that she said. Anthony Lamacchia mentioned that as well a couple of years ago when he spoke. Educate, you attract when you educate. Number four, engagement. Post your content and engage with your comments, likes. Don't post and ghost. Don't post and ghost. That was a great advice. I actually am guilty of doing that sometimes where I'll put a post out and then someone will comment and then, time goes by and you just never like it or you never comment back. She said that's a big mistake. That's a way to disengage with your audience. So if you want to engage more with your audience, more with your social media followers, you want to make sure that you're engaging with them and don't post and ghost. And then the last thing she talked about is being consistent. Do what's most comfortable for you, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to do, but do not be inconsistent. In other words, don't do something for 2-3 days and then don't do it for another month. If you're going to do it every day, do it once a week, whatever that may be, and make sure that you're consistent using whatever platform you're most comfortable with. And the best marketing is video, right? I've been saying that forever. She stated the same thing. She gave some examples of how people have changed their life, how people have changed their business, and being able to grow their business by just doing video, right? And just educating, doing the things that we just talked about. So that was a great session. Then we had the career panel come up, and the career panel was moderated by Brenda Mayette. Brenda Mayette did a great job getting questions together, meeting with the panelists beforehand to make sure they're all kind of vibing and knowing what was expected of them. And they just delivered. Faye Rispoli did a great job bringing her experience to the table, talking about different things that she did. She talked about, how important it was to stay relevant with your database, and making sure that you're doing certain things throughout the year, whether it be client events. She had on there Sunday brunch, Thanksgiving pies, hosting different events for her clients. That stuff still works. I mean, it never changed. It never stopped working. All right. But sometimes what happens is that we do these things and then we forget about what actually worked and we start looking for that new thing. And she talked about staying consistent with that. So she's been doing the same thing over and over and over again for years, and it still works. She has a great following. Lisa shared the importance of working with her database every day in order to stay top of mind. She also shared about using the send out cards, right? You can go to sendoutcards.com or go on Google and look that up. But she has a birthday list that she sends out to her clients. And she talked about that and making sure that she's able to keep in front of them to stay relevant. And it helps her leverage her time because once they're in that system, all their birthdays are there. They're automatically going out and feeding out to her database. So Lisa did a great job with that. And then Caitlin Cucella came up and just talked about being disciplined, perseverance. She talked about getting to know other agents, making sure that you know the paperwork on the buying side, selling side. See, I'm not re-recording this video. So you see that slip there? I'm going to keep going with it. This is who I am. I'm just going to keep going. But she also talked about a free scan, an e-sign app for writing offers, so that you can work from anywhere. So at the bottom here, there's a link. There was a one-page PDF with a QR code that she had on it. Check that out. There's some free information on that. Yeah, I know Lisa Williams also had a sheet that she uses when going out on buyer consultations, an actual buyer profile sheet of questions and different things that she asked buyers. And I think that's going to be so important moving forward for us to be able to articulate our value to buyers, but making sure that we get the right information from them so we can capture exactly what they're looking for and be different. A lot of agents are not doing that. So when you show up to an appointment with a buyer and you know what questions to ask, and they know that you have a format and a process, they're going to definitely give you your business. So, and then we had a great, Kathy Griffin and I did a great segment on mergers and acquisitions. And I know that doesn't appeal to everyone in the audience, but after the event, I did have some people come up to me that were just in the process of looking at how to exit their business. And they said it was a great session because they were able to take away how to actually do that and what to look for. And then we also have some agents that are looking to buy other books of business. So there's a great resource that she gave out. The book is called The Golden Handoff. The Golden Handoff. So if you're looking to do mergers or acquisitions in real estate, that's a great resource to look up. She talked about creating your own business first, making sure you have the right processes in place, make sure you have the predictability, right, that we talked about, like Faye did, of sending out notes, sending out postcards, newsletters, doing your client events, setting up your business and process properly. She also talked about, we work so hard on the business and to make sure that, over the years, when you do go to exit, don't just say, okay, clients, I'm retiring. Actually, that's a residual income there. You can get paid on a book of business for many years to come if you set it up right. So she talked about having that book of business be an asset to you and actually provide residual income for years to come after you exit the real estate business, or if you happen to relocate or whatever the situation may be. Maybe you just get out of real estate and you want to give that book to someone else. It's a great way to do that. So, and then she talked about, again, looking for ways to acquire other businesses in order to grow yours. So great stuff. It was a really great conference. We had a cocktail hour after. It was great to see people. Some of the people there, most of the people there that I talked to, I mean, I haven't seen since the last event that we had. So we're definitely going to have another event next year. I want to thank our sponsors. They did a tremendous job, again, supporting us this year. Without the sponsors, we couldn't make this event happen. It was a free event for all real estate agents, and we're hoping to get more agents here in the future. So that's it. So scroll down below. But if you could do me a big favor, for those of you that were at the event, and this is for the most part going out to people that were registered and came to the event, if you could just scroll down, just click on the link, just take a minute or two. We're always trying to make things better, right? Brian Moses talked about that here. You don't need to know always how. What was the exact word that he put? You don't always need to know how, but always ask yourself the question, how can I make it better? And we do that all the time. Every time we do these, whether it be our golf tournament for the Children's Hospital, whether it's a kickoff event that we do for our agents, when we're doing these success summits, this is for our community. This is for our real estate community here in the Capital District. How can we make it better? We use these surveys as a way to do that. So if you just take a few minutes, just scroll down below, click on the link that says survey, fill out the information, send it to us. That would be very, very helpful. So that's it. Guys, have a great night. And as promised, it's a little after 9:30, and I wanted to make sure that you guys got this because we told you we get you this information, a couple of these takeaways, and I want to make sure we get the survey out to you as well. So with that being said, have a great 2024. I'm sure I'll see you guys at other events here in the near future. Take care. Bye.